Welcome to Bulela podcast. My name is Inutu. I am your host, and today you're listening to part 2 of my interview for Shimika Conmigo with CHIKUMO FISEKO. CHIKUMO is a serial entrepreneur, marketing consultant, food stylist, blogger, and content creator. To find out more about her business and her passion and what drives her, please listen to the following episode.
So, CF marketing for a year. Okay, you've told us what you've told us what you do, yes? Or I was listening or making up, or you told us what CF marketing is. Tell us.
I mixed
in a bit.
Yeah, I mixed it all in. So basically, CF marketing it's a consultancy that specializes in branding, and personal branding in general, and specifically. But again, what I've started to do as well is we've got a section where we find VAs for people, because a lot of the personal brands that the clients that I have are people that don't have the time to do everything they want, but they don't have the money to have a team. So again, it's very similar to me. So I try to, for me, the consultancy is about being genuine and adapting what I've learned of my life and my businesses to help the clients that I have. Because I think people expect that you need thousands of pounds, you need all this equipment, you need so much. Whereas I try to show that actually no, like I'm on that right now, I'm on a phone because the laptop didn't work. With a VA, I started with a VA and now I've got a team of 4 people. But I want the marketing to show that you can be authentic and you can show your story, and it doesn't have to be perfect. But as time goes on, you can refine it and add that perfection to it, because there's never a right time to start, but there's never a right time when it's all going to be perfect. So let me work with you to get you out there and get you seen for what you want to be seen for, if that makes sense.
No. I mean, I guess because I'm a content creator, so I'm nodding and I'm like, yes, I totally get it. And because I follow other content creators and, so all of this, the marketing aspect is definitely something that you need to do if you're creating a product, because the product is a brand that you want people to get eyes on, and you help people, define that, refine it, make it nicer. They don't have the time to be there like, okay, this week the strategy is X, next week the strategy is X, or this has changed, let's do A, B, C, D. So you are ideal for that. Okay, so I love, okay, you've got the Twitter, and then I love the little caption that you said, my baby is nearly a year old. Okay, I'm ready to force myself to share, and you've got a few posts already. I mean, I don't want to ask you what's next, because maybe some things you can't really talk about. Okay, good. So what's next for CF marketing? What can we expect? I mean, I know you're going to be posting more content there, so tell us what's next. What can we expect? I'll leave links to all of these social medias that I'm mentioning. They'll be in the description box of the video later on YouTube, so don't panic, people. So tell us what's next for CF marketing.
So as I was saying, my team's just grown, so I've now got a team of 4. I literally, as of last week,
congratulations,
by accident, thank you. So the team's just grown, and what I'm trying to do is, as I was saying before, I worked out that a lot of the clients that I work with, and a lot of people, even content creators, need assistance when it comes to just how they do day-to-day things, especially in marketing. So the VA side of how we source people to help is something that I'm starting to build out. So we're currently working with a particular client on finding them a VA, but what I'm trying to do is, again, because I try and get personal relationships with everyone, and I try to get to know them on a personal level, because even in marketing, no 2 packages could ever be the same, because people are ever looking for the same thing. It's even with content. If someone came to us and said, right, I want you to take a picture of you drinking a cup of coffee, us 2 as content creators, we're never going to do the same thing. We'll exactly to it. So I want my clients to know that if you have a VA, for example, they can help you with day-to-day life and the PA side of things. But if you're my client and we know that we're working on upping your content, and for example, you can't, because again, I want people to know that I'm being genuine. If you can't afford my services as of now, but you can afford to
Yeah.
have the VA that does little bits here and there. I'll help you create,
Yeah.
I'll help you manage that day to day, but we'll get
Yeah.
you a VA that I can start to train, so that if it's things like making sure you're constantly posting on your stories, they'll be
Yes.
do that and to monitor how that works and to help me come up with strategies, because I know that you can't sit with me every week to have these meetings knowing what's going on. So I want to give you a service that isn't just about, it's not just about marketing, it's about you as a whole, you as a brand.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. We're working on a lot of video like content creation as well, because it's one thing, because and again, Instagram's been weird. So reels were taken off my Instagram, and I've complained that many times that they put it back last night, which I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So I've been uploading on TikTok, and I use TikTok as kind of for fun, but again, working in this industry, you know, the videos at the moment are doing really well everywhere, so you might as well try and get out into every platform as you can, even if it's just like purposed. So that's what we're looking at doing, and we're looking at building a strategy, because a lot of the stuff that I do day to day as well, people ask me about, and I create video content, but again, because I haven't had too much time, and now I've got the team to be able to just say, okay, would you go and edit this video so we can use it for YouTube? Going to focus on kind of just showing what we do day to day, because I think for me, what's important, and this is why I started the blog, for me, even if I help one person, that's what I want to do. So even if I can find ways to talk about my life and how I'm running the business, how I'm growing the business, and help one person, even if it's one view on a video, do that, because I'm getting the experience in managing someone myself, I'm getting the experience in creating the content, my assistant's getting the experience, and the people that I work with in creating the videos themselves. But it's about working as a team and building it, because for me, again, my mental health is so important to me, and I especially last year, I struggled with mental health, and I didn't have, especially with work, the support that I was expecting to have and I needed. So I was able to build a business where, I don't know if I said this to you before, but when I was about 15, 16, I had a man that basically said, you do know you can't have it all. You can't have the family, the business, and do it all. And I just remember at the time thinking, like, who are you to say that? So I'm going to prove you wrong. So I'm at the now. It's always been something that's been in the back of my mind, I suppose, that's been a driver. But I'm at the point now where I want to be able to, if I want to take a month off and just travel and maybe document what I'm doing, I want to have the option to do that. If I want me and Sean to get married and have a kid, I want to be able to know I can have time off and also do that. So I'm building the systems to make sure if I'm not a part of the business, I'm working with the types of people that are, it's their business as well. It's their, like, we're a family in everything that we do. We care about each other and what we do as a whole, so that their ideas and what they want to work on, like one of them, Pia, for example, she's very similar to me. So I always said I wanted my own dessert bar. So I was telling Pia that, and Pia was like, oh, I'm the same. So I was like, okay, well, I'm already so far down the line that I can give you loads of advice, and we'll be able to incorporate that as part of what we do in the business. So if it's content creation, we'll make sure that we're doing content creation that will help you once you have your own dessert bar. So I want to make sure that, again, the skills that my team are getting, because they might not be with me forever, but these are going to be skills that they'll be able to adapt them to anything they want to do in the future. If they want to keep me forever, or they want to get other people to come into the business, I know that these are people. So I think I'm at the point now where I'm trying to expand the business and get a few more clients. But for me, the systems right now are the most important, because I want the flexibility to be able to say, right, I'm going to take a day off, because at the moment, like, I'm doing like 15-hour days and I'm sleeping, and it's great. But at the same time, you get exhausted. Like, obviously, you know what it's creating content. If I'm having meetings and then having to create content, just trying to then edit and get everything done, my mind works too much. So I want to be able to switch off and know and set boundaries for myself, knowing that time off is time off, whether I like it or not. So that's where I am.
Oh, okay. So you said, I might just have to break this in like part 1 and part 2, but I love, first of all, thank you for your honesty about last year, mental health, because as a content creator, not sometimes, we're all in this, and then it takes a toll, and you've talked about very fundamental things. You're creating the content, editing the content, putting out the content. I love that you have a team. I love that you have a team and you're building and growing, because, you know, I mean, I will do different captions for when I share the video, but this is valuable to me, first of all, the one who's creating the content. But I want people to know your story. I want them to know that a young Black woman can start her business, has learned ABCD, and they will have different stumbling blocks because they're in different parts of the world, yes, in different situations, but there's lessons to be learned here. So I'm personally really grateful that you've shared all of that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And lots of success to you and your team. So before I let you go, I want you to just tell people, okay, maybe you've already given a lot of tips, but you know, what 2 main things would you say to somebody who's considering, okay, I want to move because I want to do work similar to you, I want to look for a place to go to? What tips would you give a young person considering a similar career path to you?
I think if you're looking at, I wouldn't specifically look at just location, because right now, the way that the world is, and obviously we've got the pandemic and it's not as easy to travel, but the way I'm looking at it now, if the pandemic wasn't here, I could pick up my laptop and work from anywhere in the world. And what I do is, I'll find people on Instagram, on Twitter, just people sharing experiences of the different places that they've traveled. And then when I'm looking at places that they've traveled, I then start to look a bit more into, okay, what's it like? Because like my boyfriend's an expat and he was in Morocco and he's now in the UAE. So I've started to learn to do a lot of, you wouldn't be as an expat per se, but if you look at the expat forums, if you look at the advice that people give you as an expat, you can see how easy, especially as a Black woman, try and find people that look like us, because they'll give you genuine advice. But that and the information they give will help with things like, how cheap is it to be able to travel? You can work out a whole budget, because if you think about it, the amount that you'd be spending, like I know that if I was going out for meals every week, I could spend, let's say, £400. But if I was spending £400 in a month, that £400 could be accommodation and food in somewhere. So up and find cheap flights and go there. So my advice would be, do your research in places and don't limit yourself to just one place, because you can go home and you can come back, and as long as you budget and you know what you're doing with your money, the world's your oyster, and you learn so much from different cultures, from having to go out and do things on your own and doing the things that you think are scary as well. So just take risks. Yes.
I mean, you did say before, moving to Sheffield from Sheffield to Northern Ireland, that was you taking a risk. And I think, I mean, you did mention you were real. You did say you were made redundant twice, but I don't know. I don't really look at it as a bad thing, because look, your personal business and brand has flourished, because I don't think if you hadn't been made redundant, you wouldn't have pushed yourself to explore what the year that CF marketing has had. That wouldn't have happened, because you'd have been like, well, you know, we're good, CF marketing, it's there, but you know, and I'd like to emphasize, while you're still on, please, people, check the links. I say description box because it will go to YouTube, but I think you have a link tree. I will also include that, because then it's sort of easier, then people can find everything else for you. And where you are, okay, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to say thank you so much. You know, we can always do a part 2. I like part 2. So maybe a year from now, we can be like, so what happened? What did you do? Where did you go? How's your team? And you know, everyone just follow CHIKUMO. Personally, I'm a fan of hers. I always say this, people think it's a lie, but I only interview people I like. Or admire. So thanks for making the time, and I really, really appreciate you. I will keep you posted on the edits, etc., and when it's up everywhere. Okay.
Thanks so much for asking me, because again, for me, I like working with people whose values align, and to be able to do, especially with other Black women, and Zambians, like even ticking every box I'd want to tick. Perfect.
I know. Amazing. So please take care, and I will I will catch you. Well, let's just say later. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk anyway.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, yes. Thanks so much.
Take care.
That was part 2 of my interview with CHIKUMO FISEKO. You can listen to part 1 that's already available on all Bulela podcast streaming platforms, same as for this part 2 segment. Enjoy, and I will catch you for my next Shimika Conmigo interview. Bye.